Grab your gravy, get a turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Welcome to this special episode of Beware the Board, a horror podcast where we watch a randomly selected horror movie every single week. I'm Bob.
I'm Ben.
Oh my god, I just yelled an intro and you're going to talk like that?
Yeah. Because it's 6 a.m. in the morning and I want to put a shotgun in my mouth.
No, don't do that. Well, okay,
today I give thanks for my continued life and that I have to be here. So,
if you're going to do that, do it on your own property because I don't want to deal with that. Anyway.
I hadn't been thinking about that part, but
yeah,
you've now just tempted me.
No! Anyway. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Thanksgiving episode. There's a second one ever. It's only the second one, Ben.
Yeah.
I feel like this podcast has taken 50 years off my life. So it feels like we've done about 60 of these.
The convention prep really wore us down.
The convention prep was the nail in my coffin.
I don't think we can do that again.
No, I don't think we can either. That was a lot.
I actually don't think we have to do it again, which is really nice.
We covered so much shit.
At least to that level. If we do it again, it'll probably be like 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, it won't be nearly as bad.
All right. So, yeah, it's Thanksgiving, guys. That's when this is coming out, or past Thanksgiving, whenever you're listening. And we're going to do another Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, we're going to watch a Thanksgiving-themed horror movie, kind of, maybe.
Bob's dreading it, because he knows what movie we're watching
No, we're not. So that's what I want to talk about.
I've told him repeatedly what movie we're watching.
Last year, we watched Blood Rage. Controversial episode, maybe. But I think
Why controversial?
Ben, it's 36 minutes long, and all we talk about is some man's Oedipus complex the entire time.
Well, that's all that movie is.
I know. Hold on. But what I'm getting at here, we haven't seen a good Thanksgiving movie yet.
We're not going to see a good Thanksgiving movie this year either. The audience already knows.
The audience knows,
and I'm telling you now.
We are not allowed to watch ThanksKilling 3.
Wait, Bob. Hear me out.
Don't say it.
Gobble, gobble.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying?
Shut up. I told you this on an episode recently. If we're going to watch ThanksKilling 3, we have to watch ThanksKilling.
I really don't want to watch either. Because I know if we watch ThanksKilling, well, I have to watch ThanksKilling 3. And if anyone is not familiar with the ThanksKilling franchise, there's no 2.
That's no 2.
That's the joke. There's only ThanksKilling and ThanksKilling 3. And ThanksKilling 3 is god-awful. It's so bad. There's no entertainment available.
No, none.
There might be some, but it's not enjoyable.
No.
I just really don't want to watch the first one.
Why not?
Because then we have to watch the third one.
But the first one is so much better.
I wouldn't say it's better.
More fun.
It's more fun. But yeah, I didn't want to do ThanksKilling. So today, we're going to do a movie from 2007.
Okay.
Entitled ThanksKilling.
Thank God. Thank God. Ben just held up the number 3 as if we're going to watch ThanksKilling 3. Are we actually watching ThanksKilling? Before I go on this tangent?
Yeah, we're actually watching ThanksKilling.
Okay. I love this movie. I know this movie's bad, Ben. I've seen this movie. I know it's awful. I know it's
god-awful.
Atrocious. This movie is so entertaining. As a fan of shitty movies, it is the most insane, stupid premise.
Yeah, what I'll say about it is it's a bad, ultra-low budget film.
Yes.
Right? But it's one of those films that is so bad it's good, and the people who worked on it really pumped out the maximum amount of shitty, cheesy, enjoyable content that they were just able to get out of this budget and this stupid-ass concept. And for that reason, it is a fun time, especially if you're watching it with other people. That being said, god-awful movie. God-awful movie. So bad. On that note, though, we're just going to get into it. Because this movie doesn't deserve much. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Okay.
You can have fun with it. But
maybe we'll come back and do a deep dive later on this movie.
Oh, God, no. Please, no, Bob. Because once again, if we do a deep dive on ThanksKilling, we have to do ThanksKilling.
But that one might actually be interesting.
There's some cool, how they did stuff.
Yeah, that's more I mean.
Because if you don't know, ThanksKilling 3 is a puppet movie.
Yeah.
Not a killer turkey movie. Which, by the way, description for ThanksKilling. There's a killer turkey.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the movie. It's an hour and 10 minutes long, which I will say right now perfect length. This
If it was any
concept-
longer, it would be worse.
Oh, if it was any longer, I would turn it off. But it's right at the edge of bearable.
yeah.
It's not rated because they weren't going to pay for that.
This movie could not be rated.
It
It
could
would get
be.
NC-17.
I don't think so.
Ben,
Maybe.
that is heinous.
Maybe.
That is like a crime.
It'd be NC-17 or R rating. It's kind of border. But more importantly, they just weren't going to pay for a rating, Bob.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Review scores. IMDb gave it a 4.2 out of 10.
That's way higher than I thought.
That's just people like you who go, this is a bad movie, but I liked it.
I do.
It's you. Tomato meter doesn't have one.
no
No self-respecting critic is going to review this. And then the audience score is also 42% because, of course, it's the exact same.
This is incredible.
No awards, wins, or nominations.
You know what? It might win some awards when we do our awards next year. I might nominate it for some awards, Ben.
You might be a bad person. Notable actors. Natasha Cordova as Allie. She played Jay in Legend of Common. Lindsay Anderson as Kristen Roud. She played the woman part of the two-sexed freak in Terror Firmer.
I've heard of that movie.
It's not shocking. A lot of these are like low-budget B movies, so...
Oh, wait, that's a Truma film. That's why
Exactly
I was like,
my point.
What film is that? Terra Firma. I know what that movie is.
Lance Predmore as Johnny. He played Jack in Elementary and Education and Death.
What a fucking crazy movie title.
Yep. Aaron Carlson as Billy Langston. Wasn't in anything else. Ryan Francis as Darren. He played the camping victim in the Biker Warrior Babe versus the Zombie Babes from Hell.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, the Zombie Babies from Hell.
Oh, okay.
Very different.
Good distinction.
General Bastard as Oscar. Wasn't in anything else. Chuck Lamb as Sheriff Roud. He played Gene Robinson in the Mitchell tapes. And then Jordan Downey as the voice of Turkey. He also played a bounty hunter. He was uncredited in a short he made entitled Critters Bounty Hunter.
Oh.
It's a Critters short,
Okay.
if you're familiar with Critters. I know we haven't
vaguely.
watched it, but
I saw some when we were at the convention.
I mean,
Some
yeah,
critters.
they creep Bob out.
Yeah.
Director's Jordan Downey. We just talked about him. He did the voice for Turkey. He's also directed, well, obviously, ThanksKilling 3.
Mhm.
But The Headhunter, it's his most recent film. Looked like he only had, I want to say, 3 films. Bunch of shorts, but only 3 films. And The Headhunter was his most recent, and that came out in 2018.
Oh, cool.
And it actually looks like a movie.
This is a movie.
But like a serious movie.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is not a serious movie.
Might be interesting to watch that at some point.
That would be really cool, actually.
Because I was like, oh, that doesn't look like ThanksKilling. The writer is Jordan Downey. He's also written The Headhunter. And then the other writer is Kevin Stewart, who also wrote The Headhunter. Then there is 3 people who have credits for additional dialogue. There's Brad Schultz. He did some work on I, Steven. Anthony Wilson, who hasn't written anything else. And then Grant Yaffe, who wrote an episode for Hey Ash, What You Playin'? The budget, like I said, super ultra low budget.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take a guess?
Oh. I'm thinking we're sitting around Terrifier 1 levels like $100,000. $100,000.
Oh my God. No.
Less?
$3,500.
Oh my god.
I said super
They
ultra
made this movie
budget.
for 3. Okay.
It's super impressive for 3.5
For 3 grand,
grand.
this is crazy.
Yeah, no, 3.5.
3.5 grand. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This
The
is
extra
nuts.
$500 is a big deal.
That's a lot of the budget.
Yeah. No, it's super low budget, and I mean, it's just one of those moments to say, you're probably not going to make a great film for that price point,
No.
but the fact that you could make something that's
A film?
a film
Yeah.
and also ultra memeable like this,
Oh, yeah.
because everyone knows this film if you're into, like, shitty horror movies.
Yeah. This is a classic.
That's really impressive, even if that's not what you set out to do intentionally. It's still really impressive, and I got to give the film props just for that. No box office, obviously. Country of origin, United States. Tagline, do you know it by heart?
I don't know it, actually.
You really don't?
No.
Bob, it's his catchphrase. Do you know it?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, it's the only word I know from this film by heart. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought it was gobble gobble bitch. I couldn't remember.
You might say that too, but it's gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Okay.
I got 2 facts, though. First of all, the movie was shot in the summer of 2006 and was released on DVD in 2009.
Damn, it's a long time.
Yeah, I know. And then, this is a fun one for Bob. There was apparently a musical adaptation of the film titled ThanksKilling the Musical, which was created by Jeff Thompson, Jordan Mann, and David Eck, that premiered in Seattle in 2013.
That sounds awesome. Like, oh, do you think that? Can I find that somewhere? You think? Have you looked?
I haven't looked.
I'm gonna look for that now. That sounds incredible.
But, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So
Okay.
We're going to go watch ThanksKilling.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So glad I don't have to pay for this movie.
Wait, where are we watching it?
It's on Screenbox if
For-
anyone's interested.
Oh, cool.
You got to pay for Screenbox. But
Well, yeah. All right. We'll see you guys in a minute.
So, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We just finished watching ThanksKilling.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben was having an awful time the entire time.
It's not a good movie.
No.
It's one of those films it's really not great. And sometimes it's fun because it's not great. And like if you're having a good time with your friends, that's kind of the film for you. The issue is it helps if you've been drinking.
That's true.
We have not been drinking, and it's also now 8 a.m.
Yep.
Almost 9. So we're really tired. Basically,
I'm not tired at all.
I'm very tired.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mindset to enjoy this movie. And if you're not in the mindset to enjoy this movie, it's just bad. It's just not a good film. And I'm going to be honest. Well, there is some moments of it's so bad it's good kind of content.
Yeah.
Especially in the dialogue. The
Oh
dialogue's
my
so
god.
bad in the best way possible. But honestly, the worst part of this movie is it's just so nothing.
Yeah.
Like, barely anything happens, and there's lots of moments of just downtime, and that really is the big issue, I think, with the film. But before we get into that stuff, I guess I can do a quick description of this film. So there's a killer turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
No, I mean, Ben, that's it. Like, on God, this entire film is about a killer turkey that's going around killing people.
There's a convoluted plot for where the turkey's from, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter why the turkey's killing people.
No, it also doesn't
All
matter.
you need to know is there's this group of, assumedly, college kids.
They're college kids.
Although, who knows if they're, like, 30-year-olds playing high school kids.
They're
but
definitely, like, all 45.
They're getting murdered by the turkey, and that's the plot.
Yep.
Do you have anything you want to say about this movie? Because, to be honest, I really don't.
Yes. I have a couple of things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Ben's absolutely right. This movie is not good.
No.
It's not good.
You'd only seen it once before, so this is your second
This is
watch.
only my second time seeing it.
A lot less enjoyable the second
A lot less
time,
enjoyable
right?
the second time because you don't get all of the shock factor of seeing shit happen for the first time.
Exactly.
Or, like, all the jokes. There's one particular joke that is...
It's funny because it's repeated.
It's funny because they repeated a bunch, and it's just not... Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't get the reference at all. I don't understand the joke. It's stupid, but it's funny because they repeat it. My big thing about enjoying this movie is there are some pure shit post moments that are just so, like, hilarious and stupid. Not that they make the rest of the film worth it,
No.
because they don't.
Because there's maybe, 5 minutes of
5 minutes
memeable
of
moments?
memeable good content in the hour and 10-minute film.
Yeah.
Those are the moments I live for in this film.
Yeah, it's really one of those experiences of, I think it's more fun to talk about
Oh, for sure.
having seen
Mhm.
than to actually watch.
I will say, if you have a group of friends that are into horror movies that have never seen this movie, watch it with them. You'll have a good time watching it for the first time.
I will say, they have to be into, like, B and C movies.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Like, it's not a cinematic masterpiece or anything, but it's like, it's fun if you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, you just make fun of it. And the bigger the group, the better, I think, because you really just want people to riff on.
Oh, yeah,
it
for sure.
together. With that being said, I don't really have much more to say. I do just want to mention, like, what I think are the 2 main good points of this film. First of all, the turkey puppet
Yeah.
looks pretty decent.
It's actually surprisingly good.
It's not, like, great or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's, like, a turkey head, like sock puppet essentially.
Yeah.
It's obviously not a sock, it's like latex and stuff, but it's like a hand puppet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they've connected it to a stuffed turkey body. So shitty puppet overall, and you can tell it doesn't do a lot because most of the film is just the turkey's head.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks okay for the budget, and it's used decently enough.
Yeah, I mean, the
Especially-
turkey's around.
Especially because puppets are hard to use and
Mhm.
shoot with. So I think that looks okay. And then the second thing I want to notice is just, I think a lot of the gore effects and stuff like that, they're not good.
No.
At one point, one of the characters' guts are showing. And I'm pretty sure it's like a blanket or a sweater or something that they've tied up in the same way you might do tie-dye and then drowned in like red dye. So not realistic, but I can tell they put in a lot more work into that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the high points of this film. So I think both those are worth mentioning. I mean, nothing to write home about, but again, it's a $3,500 budget,
That's the other thing is
and
like
that's really the impressive thing about this film is it's super cheap and it's super low budget. But
mm-hmm.
I mean, they got far with $3,500.
They got far with with
It's
$3
very
grand.
impressive,
Holy
especially
shit!
for what 2007.
7,
Yeah.
6 or something.
They got some custom music, some custom animations.
Mm-hmm. There's surprisingly a lot of editing stuff in this film that I forgot about. That's
Yeah.
like not atrocious. It's
Yeah.
like okay.
I think that's probably the best description of this movie. Not atrocious.
There are a couple scenes that are pretty.
It's not good.
The dialogue sometimes is just like fucking beat me to death with a stick.
They had 5 people write this dialogue.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah. If the dialogue was good, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, Bob, I think, honestly, got more angry at this film than he did get enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, because I'd only seen it one time, and I remember liking it a lot more the first time.
Yeah, because you're just laughing.
Like, I remember actually enjoying myself. Not that I had an awful time here, but I was just, you know what it is, Ben? I'm gonna break the fourth wall. You look like you wanted to die the whole time, and I kept making jokes and laughing at stuff, and you just didn't laugh with me, and I went, well, I guess it's not funny then.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. I was trying, but it just wasn't funny. Doesn't help that I'm tired again, but
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
It's a hard watch once you've seen it a couple times.
See, that's the other thing is you've seen it more than twice.
Yeah.
And that was only my second time.
With that being said, though, do you really want to mention anything else?
I don't know.
That's a no.
Actually, I will mention something. I know you're probably gonna shit on me for this. I actually like the turkey as a character. I think the turkey's mildly entertaining, at least
Mildly.
in comparison to everything else.
Yeah.
I said this during the movie. It's like the shittiest version of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, he's just like calling people bitch and being a dickhead and like making really bad. There are so many really bad puns.
You can tell he's based on that same like Freddy Krueger archetype of
Yeah.
like, oh, I quip and then I kill you
Yep.
in punny ways. It's just such a whatever movie.
That's another thing.
Like there's memeable moments, but there
Yeah.
really isn't anything to like latch onto. Like we'll bring it back to last year where we watched Blood Rage. And like we could latch on to some of the weird undertones of that film.
I think I had a better time watching Blood Rage.
And that movie's
I think that might be a better movie.
It is a better movie because there is like an actual plot and there's like an actual running characterization and stuff like that. And this film just doesn't have it. It's a bunch of scenes tied together and they're just nothing.
Tied together by a single turkey.
Yeah. I mean, even the characters don't know what's going on.
Oh my god.
Which is a joke in the movie, but it's a very good point to make. Even the characters are like, what are we doing? What have we been doing? You just want to go to the recommendations, Bob?
World's shortest episode. Hell
That's
yeah.
fine. Whatever.
It's a bad movie. It's a really bad movie. Recommendations? If you like bad movies, this is a awful movie, but it's really, really a good time with friends.
Yeah.
So if you have a bunch of friends that are into like shitty horror movies and they've never seen this, watch it with them. You'll all have a good time. That's like my only second recommendation. If you want a Thanksgiving themed horror movie, watch this or Blood Rage.
Yeah.
I would recommend Blood Rage.
Thanksgiving's out now.
Thanksgiving
The
is
new
out.
Eli Roth film.
We haven't. Neither of us have seen it yet. We're
Actually,
hopefully gonna go
by
see
the
it
time
soon.
this comes out, I'll probably have seen it. So
I might have also seen it by then.
we'll let you know.
Yeah.
For me, my recommendations are, if you like B movies, this is not a good B movie. Like, I would recommend multiple other B movies over this one. Because again,
Sure.
lots of B movies have like some plot and stuff like that going for them that this film doesn't. So, you know, if you want a B movie, go watch something else like, I don't know, Toxic Avenger. That's
Ooh.
pretty fun. But what's so interesting about this particular movie is that it is like a meme online. Everyone kind of knows this film because it's notoriously a stupid concept and like bad. And so I honestly think it's a watch just for, I don't know, the cultural zeitgeist of it.
Yeah.
Aside from that, though, it's a fun watch with friends, especially if you're just like having a late night with a bunch of you guys and you just want to riff on something. Because it's not good, but it's the experiencing the not goodness with other people.
This movie is about experiencing how god awful it is.
Yeah,
For
or
the
just
first
some
time.
of the shock of some of the scenes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, if you're really not in the mood for it, it can be a flop because there's nothing there for you.
No,
I think that's really what happened during this watch of it. It's like we were trying our best, but
I was trying so hard.
With that being said, do you just want to give it a rating?
Okay, now here's where we get contentious, right? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. You son of a bitch. We've been shitting all over this film, but it is a movie.
If you rate it higher than a 3,
It is a movie with a preposterous concept.
yeah,
Killer turkey. I could see this movie being better, right? Like it doesn't completely blow me out of the water in terms of killer turkey. And I don't think it meets the standard of killer turkey film. I think you could do a better job. So it's not a 3. But it has some funny moments that are very memeable. Some of the special like gore effects are actually pretty okay. They're not god awful.
not great, but they tried.
They try. 2.5.
Ugh.
I'm being generous mostly because I like this movie, but it is bad.
That's fair, I guess.
But I don't know how far up my scale killer turkey film goes.
I think 2.5 was maybe a little high.
Maybe, but like I'm just like basing off of how.
Are you basing it off your enjoyment the first time you watched it versus this time?
No, not really. It's just like, what are the standards for a killer turkey movie, and how does this film apply them? Because it does do that thing, just not super well.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm not like ripping my eyes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a weird spot.
I mean, I get your rating, but it's just... You ready for mine?
Yeah, you're gonna fucking slam it.
1.5.
That is surprisingly high.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to go below a 1 unless it's basically failed at being a movie.
Yeah.
And this is a movie.
Mhm.
Like, there is a discernible plot? Question mark? Like, these friends, they're going on Thanksgiving break, fall break, whatever you want to call it, and they encounter a killer turkey, and it kills them. And then they have to kill the turkey. Like, there's a plot. Then there's obviously a killer turkey, which is what you're there for. So it is like a movie. So that automatically is giving it over a 1. But I really can't give it a really high rating because so much of this film is nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely nothing scenes and nothing moments. It just doesn't matter.
Unless the turkey is on screen murdering someone, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. And most of the time the turkey's on screen.
It's doing not murder stuff.
Yeah.
It's doing insane other things.
But they're not entertaining. There's
some of them
basically
are.
one scene in which the turkey isn't killing someone that I find very entertaining. And that's the scene between the turkey and the dad.
Yeah. No,
of
that scene.
Kristen.
That scene is peak cinema.
That scene is great. And that's kind of the filler I want for the rest of this film, but we don't get.
Yeah.
Point being, I can give it that half point for having a killer turkey and really going hard with the budget they had for this film.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And understanding, like, the fact that this wasn't going to be a great film. It's a stupid concept, and we're going to just have fun with this B-movie concept we're doing. And, you know, just for that alone, I can give them that, 0.5 to get them to a 1.5. But I really do have to take away, 1.5 points from a 3, which is just achieving the concept, just because there's so little content, man.
Yeah.
It's just so boring for most of the movie. That's really it. I mean, the dialogue's stupid in I can make fun of way, and there's some memeable moments.
Yeah.
But that's really only good for the shock factor.
Yeah.
And once you've seen the film enough to be familiar with those moments, which I have, it's just kind of like...
It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't
Yeah,
hit.
It doesn't work. Like, those aren't enough to get me through this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, we got, 20 minutes into this film, and I turned the ball, and I was like, wow, we have, 50 minutes left.
Yeah.
Gonna die. Because that's just how I was feeling, because it's just so boring at that point. I mean, don't get me wrong, the film was probably not meant to be seen four or five times.
I was going to say more than once.
But I mean, I've watched it with a group of people a couple times, and I've had fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's still great for that, but it gets old fast. So yeah, 1.5. That's where I'm gonna settle.
Fair enough.
On that note, though, I guess we're gonna go to the outtakes.
Yeah, I don't know how many we're gonna have.
Maybe none. We'll see.
There'll be a couple probably.
We marked like 3 or 4, but I don't know if they'll be.
I think there was like 5 or 6.
All right. On that note, though, we'll be back in a second.
Yeah. See you guys in a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the outtake section for this episode of Beware the Board. I hope you're enjoying our review of ThanksKilling so far. I like this movie, even though it is absolutely god-awful. But without further ado, let's get into the outtakes. This first clip is our reaction to a really shitty ongoing joke that the movie keeps pushing down our throat. Oh my god. I forgot about that fucking joke.
Oh, isn't it great, Bob?
I forgot about that joke.
And we'll never hear it again. It was only one and done.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
You won't forget again.
This next clip is the perfect example of how ridiculous and stupid this movie really is. This is so fucking stupid. He's being held at gunpoint by a fucking turkey.
He had that in his pocket. The gun, I mean.
I know. That is an incredible scene. That's peak cinema, Benjamin.
That is not peak cinema. That is a man who wanted to have sex with a turkey.
Yeah?
That's what that was.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the outtakes. Do we have any announcements, Ben?
No.
I didn't think so.
All right. Well, we got an episode coming out Friday.
Yeah, which just comes out Thursday? That's Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. So come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a better, longer episode then.
This is going to be short. I don't know how long this is, but it's
Yep.
going to be a short one.
On that note, though, the usual stick. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other places. We're also on YouTube, which is kind of nice because you can show us some support there with likes, subscriptions, stuff like that. It's also a useful tool now because we're getting to the point where we have a ton of movies reviewed on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be kind of confusing of, like, what have we reviewed? YouTube has this handy little search button in there.
Yep.
And since we include the name of every movie we watch on the episode, you can search whatever film you want to see if we've reviewed over there and see if we've reviewed it. It'll tell you the episode number and everything.
Yeah, and everything's organized by a playlist too. So like if you want to like watch a specific season because you like the categories or like are interested, everything's organized.
Yeah. So you can always find something there and then go over to Spotify or something like that if you want to do it that way. YouTube also has that nice little bell button, which can keep you updated whenever we post a new video, which is the same time we upload stuff on like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and stuff like that. YouTube's also one of the 2 main places you can communicate with us at. You can do that in the comment section of a specific video, or you can go over the Twitter and go gobble at Bob.
Oh, God.
At Beware the Board.
Yeah. Like Ben said, check us out on Twitter, at Beware the Board. It's where I post updates about the show, information about the show. Basically, if there's anything you want to know about the show, it goes on our Twitter. On Mondays, I post a spoiler post for that Friday's episode, which is basically a hidden movie cover that you can reveal so you can watch the episode before we do. So whenever you listen to the episode, you don't get any spoilers, and we're being really vague about stuff. You kind of know what we're talking about. Then on Fridays, or whatever other day an episode goes live, I always post a link to the episode. So if you ever miss an upload or want to know when something went up, there's always a link on our Twitter. Last thing, check us out on TikTok at Beware the Board and on YouTube Shorts. We're doing short form content. I know I haven't put one up in a while. I've been busy. I haven't had time to get one put together. But yeah, if you like the show and enjoy short form content, check us out there at Beware the Board on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. I think that's it.
Yeah, well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.